Da, 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 da. Oye. Ahora sí, cabrón. Ahora sí, cabrón. Bueno, gente, bienvenidos al capítulo 18 de esta runda explorador en dificultad estratega de Baldurs Gate 3. Y como podrán escuchar, gracias al apoyo de todos ustedes y a todas esas donaciones por medio de esos inbox en Face, muchísimas gracias. Ya tenemos un nuevo micro, papá, para poder solventar bien lo que son nuestros contenidos, men. Todo nuestro contenido. Así que, pues bueno, vamos a continuar. El día de ayer nos quedamos derrotando a la tía Etel, a la saga de mierda esta, y ayudamos a Mayrina a que se llevara a su marido hecho cadáver. Y segundo, lo vamos a topar en Baldur's Gate, en la puerta del Baldurs, en el acto 3. A ver si es cierto. A ver si es cierto que como ronca duerme. Así que hoy aquí nos quedamos explorando esta parte. Y bueno, yo no sé por qué me sigue marcando esto de acá, men. Pero bueno, ¿dónde estaba? Ajá, lo del paso de la montaña, su puta madre. Bueno, creo que es hora de ir a ver a nuestros amigos los druidas. Mira cómo está esta pelotuda toda jodida. Voy a estar de curioso y reventando cosas. Vamos a ver qué tal nos va. Sí, mira, tiene esta aura. ¿Cuándo se nos quitará esta madre? Es un estado. Bueno. Llegamos a la arboleda Esmeralda, men.
A scout just
Aquí está.
reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
A ver, vamos a conversar con él. No. Puedes quedarte tu oro.
Very good of you. Thank you.
Porque somos
Halsin
buenos.
will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Ok. Nos vemos ahí. Perfectirijillo. Vale. Vamos a hablar con estos cabrones.
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
Pues nada más. A ver, hablamos con este güey.
The younglings are a nuisance. But the road would not be the same without them. Thank you.
Vale.
Let us go. I wish to feel the road beneath my hooves. Taste the fresh grass.
Ok. Vale, ya vamos a lootear. Aprovechando esta madre. Vale, a ver, hablamos con ella.
Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly.
De nada, anciana. Bien, ahora vamos a hablar con Arabella.
What do you think of opening
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
Ok, no dice nada la pelotuda. Hablamos con el papá.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
Oh. Negativo el cabrón.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
De nada, hija. Bien, vamos a hablar con los niños acá. A ver con esta chica, Vex.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
Ok. Vale, aquí tenemos dos barrilitos que queremos lootearles. Vale, hablamos con Rika.
Heltrail didn't want us, and those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
Ok. A ver, Mirkon.
You saved us, just like Baldy Ron.
Baladrón.
I hate you. You killed all the goblins, and now we can't practice swords anymore.
Te quitaré el otro ojo, hijo de puta. Vale, a ver. ¿Estos?
I'm glad you killed all the goblins. I hope you made them scared.
Les hicimos más que eso.
I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again.
Bah! At your age, I'd already spilled my own cousin's blood. Face your fear, or it will devour you.
La puta carilla, güey.
No, it smells bad out here. I want to go home.
Pues entonces lávate el culo, hijo. Este nos dice una pija. Vale, hablamos con Danis, a ver.
Gods, it seems we might actually make it to the city now. Hope the neighbors are a bit more welcoming.
Vale, a ver, esta señora, Vex.
This place. It's a pity we can't stay. I doubt there's this much green in the entire city.
Vale. En la ciudad, pues obviamente no va a haber tanto verde.
We did it. Come on. Give me a kiss.
Hold still. I'll kiss you when you stop bleeding, you lummox.
A ver.
Don't know why everyone's cheering. We're just going back on the road.
Pues sí, pero ya no van a morir, puta niño pendejo. Bueno, aquí tenemos a Sylphie.
Mattis says we should say thank you.
Ok. Hablamos con Gan.
I wanted to fight like you. Now they're just gonna make me feed the animals again.
Vale, vale. A ver, Mol.
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate.
Me gustaría comerciar.
Always a deal to be done, even now.
Veamos. El niñardo. A ver qué tiene el niñardo. Tiene bola de fuego, confusión y 2 flechas. Con una elixir de visión en la oscuridad. Honestamente le vamos a comprar esto. ¿Esto cuánto cuesta? 240 y 462. Vale, vamos a comprar estas 2 cositas, ¿vale? Y vamos a empezar a venderle cositas a este cabrón. A ver, para empezar, las manzanas. Nos eliminamos de las manzanas. Los quesos podridos. Los hongos podridos. Toda esta cosa que está podrida. Mira, vamos a arrastrarlo simplemente. El garrote, un machete, un arco. Estas madres. Anillos. ¿Qué más tenemos por aquí, Ramírez? Una bandeja. Las barras de pan no. Pero esta bola de cristal sí. Las botellas estas de los cojones. Estas botellas generosas. No sé si se tengan que ocupar, pero nada, las voy a vender. Ya después checaré en la siguiente run que vaya yo a hacer en modo honor. Veré si tienen algún objetivo. 930. ¿Cuánto cuesta esta madre? 188. Se lo vamos a vender. La verdad es que vamos súper mega chetados, men. No necesitamos estas madres. A ver. Lo que sí no voy a vender son estas madres, men. Mira, 4 teteras de sapo. Estas madres. Y este es un ámbar de fuego. No No sé si voy a yo ocupar estas máscaras, honestamente. A ver, vamos a abrir esta madre. ¿Le podemos vender esto? 1021. 417 lo vamos a vender. Ahí está. A ver, el este de Gel cuesta 2000. No creo que haya algo que cueste 200, honestamente. Mira, 250, pero ¿qué le compramos, man? Un elixir de visión en la oscuridad y le vendemos esta madrola. Se queda 177. Si le compro esto por un oro, me quedo corto para venderle otra espada de esta. Entonces le vamos a comprar una de esta madre y ahí está. Ok. Vale. Creo que estamos ahí al tiro. 43. Not bad. Vale. Bye, Mol. Bien. Tenemos que organizar un poquito aquí las cosas. Sobre todo con las potis, men. Aquí tenemos unos cuantos pergaminos nuevos. Vale. Luego en el cofre este tenemos que meter bastantes cosillas, como por ejemplo esto. Y estas dos cosas. Amuleto de ilustrado y el ojo siempre vigilante. Vale, ahí está. Cojonudo. Nos vamos al librito. Y aquí en el libro tenemos que meter estas cosillas. Mira que tenemos aquí una ampolla que no la vendí, no sé por qué. Las potis estaban acá en la bolsa. Bien. Vale, ahí está. Me faltó esta. Bien. ¿Qué más? Flechas. Estas madres. Ok, tengo que juntar estas putas porquerías. A ver, esta llavero, ¿dónde va? Bolsa alquimia. Llavero, acá está. Llavero. Tenemos aquí otras dos llaves. Llavero. ¿Esto qué es? Barra de pan. Aquí hay otra cosa de alquimia que es aquí, ¿vale? No sé por qué no se meten estas madres. Alquimia. Y creo que ya no hay comida, ya no hay nada más. Estas hacen daño, daño. Vale, creo que va bien el asunto. Vamos a hablar con Matis.
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate mind.
Pues pícate el culo entonces.
I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. That'll change from now on, I promise.
Pick something realistic. If you can't swing a sword, take a dagger.
You took care of the goblins. Nice work.
Están haciendo aquí algunas palabras.
I'd have put good coin on you running off into the sunset, but you did it. You stopped the goblins. Thank you.
De nada. A ver, la Crisa.
With the goblins dead, we might actually make it to Baldur's Gate.
A ver, el negro este.
I'm glad you came through it alive. We owe you more than we can repay.
Bueno, pues vayan pagando. A ver, vamos a hablar con este.
We did it. We actually did it! He'd be proud of you. I know he would. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. That'll change from now on, I promise.
¿Por qué pija no podemos hablar con él? A ver con esta. No podemos hablar con ellos. Very extraño, vale.
Watching gods. While I was training children, you were out cutting down an entire goblin camp.
Pues porque así somos nosotros, papá. Bueno. Vale. Aquí está Seblor.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you?
No. Veamos por aquí. Ah, que matamos a la puta ardilla, de verdad. ¡Alfira!
I'm going to have to write a song about you now, aren't I? But truly, thank you. It's nice to be done with the sad songs. For a time.
Bueno, creo que no dicen mucha cosa estos güeyes. Bueno, pues vamos por el loot de los suministros de estos güeyes. Digo, pues es lo menos que pueden darnos después de eliminar todo el campamento de los goblins. Digo, no es que me haya costado la cuaresma, pero... Esto ya las looteamos. Aquí hay 2 cofrecitos más que nos dejan lootear estas madres. Caja abierta, barril de madera. Ahí está. Bueno, aquí están estos tipos. Vamos a hablar con ellos. A ver, Cal.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. Sick of running from those rats.
Vale, Lia.
It was you, right? Who took care of the goblins? I knew you were a good one.
Ahora, Roland, venga.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
Eres un pendejo. Bueno. Vamos, entramos al hueco. A ver, enano.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you.
Tan solo me alegro de haber podido ayudar.
As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree.
Ok, si llevas algo bueno me gustaría ver tu género.
Of course.
Vale, y con algo bueno me refiero a... honestamente, lo único bueno aquí serían las flechas. Pero, bueno, vamos a venderle estos que acabamos de lootear. Una ampolla que dije, esta madre. Esto de aquí. Una pala. Y creo que ya, papu. Gracias, negro.
May you keep balance.
Ahorita le vamos a robar, no se preocupen. Bien, ahora, en teoría, ya podemos lootearlo de aquí, men. F5. Vale. Cositas, cositas, cositas. A ver, quédense ahí atrás, por favor. Petate. Coger la mercancía. Barril de madera. Esto. Ya no están los pelotudos estos de... A lo mejor ya se fueron. 35, verga. A ver, ¿qué tenemos aquí? Animales de puerta de Baldurs. Ok, y aquí tenemos esta madre. Tenebrux Morrow. Esto suena tanto a Harry Potter. Vale. A ver esta cosa de aquí. Posadas y hospederías. Vale, te dicen de las posadas de Baldur's Gate. Mira. Vale. Una ballesta. Una masa. Jarra de cerveza. Otra jarra aquí. Toma por culo, los vamos a ir agarrando así. Vamos a ir por acá arriba a ver qué hay. Mira, ya no están. Lele. tenemos un petatillo. Otro petatillo. Caja abierta. A ver acá. El reino según Bumpo. Se viene conmigo. Otro de Tenebrux Morrow. Los Horrocruxes. Vale, vamos por acá abajo. A ver, estos de aquí, mira. Podemos ya lootearlas. Nos dan cositas, oritos. Cositas para vender. Suplementos para la misión. Pues digo, esto ya no lo van a ocupar estos negros. Esto ya los agarré. Estos sí se podían. Vale, aquí se queda este güey. Pero ya no están los de aquí. Entonces ya podemos entrar a chingarle toda la comida a la señora. ¿Qué pija no me deja agarrar? Ahora sí. Vale, y las cosas que tenía la tía Tel aquí, que pues bueno, ya no es que las vaya a necesitar, ¿verdad? Porque ya la matamos el día de ayer. Tetera de sapo, vaso de hojalata, una olla, fuerza de elixir de los gigantes, resistencia al fuego, poción de curación. Y aquí está una guía de bolo con respecto a las ninfas. Algo tenía de interés esta vieja por esas cosas. Bueno. Let's fucking go. Vale, este güey. Vamos a ver qué le podemos sacar.
You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through.
Enséñame tu mercancía.
I wish I had better, but this is all I have.
A ver qué tenemos, Ramírez. Igualmente hay flechas y demás cosas. Oh, esto como me caga hacerlo así. Estas madrolas y creo que estas dos de aquí. Le sacamos un buen billetillo. Bien, vale, ahora vámonos por acá arriba. Es que lo que looteamos aquí no tuvo name. Aquí hay más cositas. Vale, es otro libro de los que ya tenemos. Tenemos, mira, brazales de cuero, cántaro de leche, ¿no lo puedo quitar? Por ahí sí, ¿no? Vale. Algo sobre Balduran. Espada de prácticas, espada de prácticas. Espada de prácticas. Escudo de entrenamiento. Cofre de almacenaje que no tiene nada, que mentira. Bueno, vámonos. Vamos a quitar los suplementos de los niñardos estos. Una escoba. hay una botella. Pescadillo. Hijos de puta, tenían estos un chingo de porquería aquí. Caña de pescar. Bien. F5. Es hora de ir a hablar con Halsing, que está puteando a Kaga. Veamos, ¿qué dice?
You took it upon yourself to undertake the rite of thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error, most grave master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. You will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, master.
Bueno. La verdad es que esperaba yo un poquito más de acción, pero bueno. Y ya está. Intentó encarcelar a una niña.
A misjudgment. One that should weigh heavily upon her. But the Grove still needs her passion. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The Grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts.
¿Y qué hay de mi problema? Necesito ayuda.
Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come.
Ok. Vale, ahora que recuerdo...
Do not forget who invited those shadows. You have much to learn.
Sylvanas keep you.
¿Y ya no dice nada? Bueno, vamos a hablar con Rat, que es el druida negro de acá. Aquí está. Hello, Rat.
You done it. You brought Halcyon back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
Para alguien como yo es bastante fácil en realidad. A ver. No.
Fair enough. I should not have underestimated you. And I promised you a reward, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Ok. Vale, ahora vamos a hablar con... Hay un enanillo aquí. Findal.
Peace is returning to the grove. We have you to thank for that.
Vale, el cofre de membre aquí, a ver. Mira que esto no lo había visto. Hola, Nettie.
Blessed day. I was worried I'd never see Master Halcyon again. You kept your word. Thank you.
No hay de qué.
I don't know if I can ever restore Sylvanas' peace to this place. But I'll have the chance. Thanks to you.
Bueno, Nettie. Recibido, nos da una bolsa. Con dos cosas que... Mejor miéntame la madre, ¿no? Espera, ahora que recuerdo, me acuerdo que vi... ¿Qué es esto? Sobre los antídotos. Me lo puedo llevar. Eso es lo que quería. Por acá. creo que era aquí, men. Mira. Cofre de caga. Bien. Mira. Aquí nos daban una nueva pista, man. Caga, muere desde el pantano, árbol, ven sin compañía o lo dan. La muy hija de puta, güey.
With haste. Seems like the best way.
It might be time for another. I've no fan of those devils either, but they're leaving. If it had been up to Korga, they would never have been here at all.
Vale. Ponemos esta madrola. Ah, pendejo, me equivoqué. Agarré, puse el puto libro. Vale, entonces vamos a ir activando esta.
Let's see what this does.
Y luego esto.
Well, what happened here?
Tenemos una entrada secreta. ¿Vale? A la cámara secreta de los druidas. Y aquí vamos a encontrar muy buen looteito, men. Muy buen looteito. Mira, aquí están las sociedades secretas.
Something good here, I hope.
Y Shadowhearth pertenece a una. Y aquí nos dan una lanza o una aguja.
Beautiful glaive. So why does touching it give me a knot in my stomach?
Bastante potente. Y una ropa, creo que es para Carlach. La bata veraniega. Pero bueno, es más como para Gale, ¿no? Yo creo que para Gale en lugar de Carlach. A pesar de que Carlach se ve beneficiada si usa ropa. Y creo que ya está. Ya está, papu, vamos. Bien, ¿qué nos queda, men? Pues ahora tenemos que ir al campamento, güey. Tengo que salir de aquí primero. Esto de los druidas de las sombras, qué mentira, men. Ahí está. Vamos al campamento y vamos a celebrar nuestra victoria, ¿ok? De momento, a ver cómo vamos en las misiones. Encuentra una cura. La tita de tela muerta antes de poder ayudarnos con el parásito. Ok, rescata al druida Halsing. Salva a los refugiados. Derrotar a los goblins. Salva primero entre los druidas. El elfo paliducho. Salva a Mayrina y rescata a Bolo. Okay. Lo de Bolo también no tuvo puto name, man. Ven, vámonos a descansar, papi. Bien, ¿hay alguien que quiera hablar? A ver, hablamos con Carla.
Hey, you.
No. A ver, hablamos con Shadowhearth.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Que ahí estaba batallando en abrir el artefacto, men.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
Dijiste que era tu amo, ¿cierto?
My old master. Before the Mind Flayers took me from him. Before this Strange, twisted freedom. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
¿Qué te hacía?
He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful souls I could find. It was a fun little ritual of his. I'd bring them back, and he'd ask if I wanted to dine with him. And if I said yes, he'd serve me a dead, putrid rat. Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse.
Hola, verga.
Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
Ok, no te preocupes, te cubriré las espaldas.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Ok, Astarion, ya nos contó un poquito más de su historia, de su lore. A verla es él.
Speak.
Y la pelotuda esta no dice ni madres. A ver, Will.
Welcome. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a woman with one eye.
Hijo de puta. Puto Will. A ver, Gale.
What's on your mind?
No, nada. Perfecto. Genial. Bueno, vamos a finalizar el día. Yes. Y aquí se armó el bardo, men.
Would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with such lovely company. With you, and just lately, I feel like I can remember what it's like to be good.
Me imagino que no tendrías muchas oportunidades de hacer el bien en Averno.
I tried in the beginning. Blew up in my face spectacularly. Lesson learned. Never try to befriend a devil, cambion, or imp. Orphans are good for a drink and joke, but you can't turn your back on them. But hey, enough about that. That's history now. I want to think about the future. The one nice thing about being trapped in the inexorable grind of time is you've always got something to look forward to.
Cierto, y espero que a mí me aguarde pasar más tiempo contigo. Quiero estar contigo, quiero estar junto a ti ahora dentro de 10 minutos y dentro de 10 años.
Gods, that's hot. Don't get me started. I might never stop. You better go enjoy the party before I do something I'll regret. I like you unburnt, after all.
Salió Trunks.
Bye, soldier.
Ok, Carlach.
Cheers to you, soldier. And to me, if I do say so myself.
Efectivamente, Carlach. Bueno, vamos a hablar con Shadowhearth, que sigue tratando de abrir la pelotuda. El artefacto y no puede.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
¿Refugiados?
Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them.
we saved their lives. Odd.
No es tan raro, hemos hecho lo correcto.
That's more easily said by some than others. But nobody's here to debate right from wrong. Share a bottle with me?
Será un placer.
We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off.
Te buscaré cuando todo el mundo se haya ido. Oh my god. Okay.
Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
Ok, siento que Carlach nos va a meter una puta verguiza.
Don't forget our little agreement. As soon as things quiet down here.
Lo siento, pero este es Big Mommy Shadowhearth. Bueno, lo siento, Carlach. A ver.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful.
Puto Estarión, güey, no mames. ¿En serio salvar vidas es terrible?
We killed some goblins to save some tieflings. The tally of lives didn't change much.
Tienes razón.
But what do I get for all my hard work? A pat on the head and vinegar for wine.
Es cierto, los goblins habrían montado una fiesta más bestia.
I'm just looking for a little more excitement. A little more fun.
Este quiere garchar el hijo puta. ¿No te basta con la emoción de vivir en peligro constante?
Don't be so sour. I like a good time as much as anyone. You know, we could always make our own entertainment, darling. Get a little closer, so to speak.
No, para nada.
And here I mistook you for someone with taste. A pity. But have it your way. I'm happy to entertain myself.
Ah, bueno, una paja mano cambiada, hijo de puta.
If you're looking for another
Vale, ya, nos mandó la verga. Ok, a ver, la Esel.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet, they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness.
I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture. How torturous for us both that I'll never get a taste.
Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself. Astarian looks particularly tempting.
¡Ah, buena! Se va a garchar a Astarion. Bueno, hablamos con el perrito.
I like these people. They're joyful. It's contagious.
Ok, rasca. A ver, Seblor.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
Ok, mira, acá está Mol. Qué cagado, güey.
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know.
Eso suena peligrosamente parecido a un cumplido.
And that sounds like the wine drowning your wits. Go on, enjoy yourself. I've squirreled away a few extra bottles. When the barrel's tapped out, I'll be there to save the night. For a price, of course.
Me cae muy bien esta niña. Mol es una puta chulada. Vale. Vamos a hablar con esta chica, la Crisa.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
Oh, mira, aquí está Elfira. A ver.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you.
Okay.
But I need an angle. Any ideas?
Pero tú has visto este cuerpazo, sería un crimen que no hice canciones sobre ella. A ver.
One raunchy ballad coming up.
Ah, buena.
Your song was coming along. Then things began spinning. Worry not. I shall return to it at first light.
Ok, va a ponerse una buena peda. A ver, Halsing.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow.
Como quieras.
Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
Verga, pinche Halsing está mamadísimo. A ver, hablamos con Gale.
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like a brush with destruction to make one appreciate the majesty of the celestial canvas. It's a view I would once have shared with my companion, though definitely unaccompanied by such revelry. She preferred it when we were alone, curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
Espero que no estés hablando de mí otra vez. ¿Estás hablando de tu gata?
By a Garon's lost nose! No! Tara is not any cat. She's a Tressum. And given your confusion, I'm guessing you've never met one. They're brilliant creatures. Fine company for any self-respecting wizard. She'd be most impressed by our efforts saving these tieflings. Proud, even. And I've given her little to be proud of recently.
After I was afflicted with my condition, and locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I was inconsolable, wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy.
Given up on myself. But Tara never did. It was her encouragement, her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve.
Órale, esta Tara debe ser interesante conocerla, güey. ¿Cómo es Tara?
Remind me of her somewhat.
Ah, bueno.
There's a steeliness in you. An unwavering tenacity, even in the face of, to be frank, quite dire odds. Wish you were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home. Besides, she was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope.
Ok. ¿Y si no le caigo bien?
Oh, she'll love you. So long as you don't rub her belly. She hates it when anyone does that.
¿Y a ti te gusta que te rasquen la barriguita? A ver, ¿y a ti te gusta que te rasquen la barriguita?
The pleasures I experienced in Mistra's embrace go far beyond the thrill of having one's tummy tickled. I remember once, she took the smallest piece of the weave and made it into... Wait, are you saying... You know what? I think I've clearly had far too much wine. Then you've had nowhere near enough. I think this is a conversation best held back on. For now. With my condition as volatile as it is, I fear any undue... excitement may tip it over the edge. So to speak. Go! Indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the heart. And mine will be all the lighter to see you enjoying yourself.
Bueno. ¿Dónde pija está Will? A ver, hablamos con estos chicos. Danis.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
A ver. Vex.
I need to dance! No, I need to lie down.
Ok, está muy peda. Aquí está Alia.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland.
Hush you. And Behold!
Plus.
Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
Hay que seguir chupando. A ver, Lía.
Look at them. How happy they are. We did that.
¿Y vosotros tres os lo estáis pasando bien?
Yeah. Don't tell Roland. His magic show might be the highlight. He's been doing them since we were little. He'll make it big in Baldur's Gate. I know it.
Ok, a ver, Cal.
Are Roland and Leah actually getting along? I know you cut down a horde of goblins, but this is far more impressive.
Roland.
An adoring crowd, fine wine. I dare say this place is almost civilized.
Entonces, ¿te alegras de haberte quedado para ayudar?
Not at all. But perhaps Leah had a point. What is the point in blades and spells if we don't use them? Though we won't need either soon. As Leroican's apprentice, I'll take care of everything.
Este Lorroacán se oye bastante interesante. A ver, Mustio. Para, que me falta alguien. Icaron.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
Deberías unirte a ellos. Tómate un par de cervezas. Sale pifia. Ah, no. A la verga.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
Vale, ve a chupar, hijo. Venga, aquí está Vex.
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Ok, a ver. Mustio.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally?
No, de hecho no. ¿Dónde pija está Will? Allá está Will. ¿Qué coño haces aquí, Will?
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone.
El emo, güey. ¿Estás bien?
No. I'm deeply proud of you. A touch less so of myself. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. I'm a devil. I love the people from the Grove, but I unsettle them deep down, as I seem to unsettle everyone nowadays. You don't want a devil at your party.
Pero qué
Horns this sharp will pop the balloons, you see, and the guests won't take kindly to scars quite so monstrous.
Venga ya, estás exagerando, no has cambiado tanto.
I feel spikes beginning to sprout in places they really shouldn't. But, off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music.
Me gustaría que estuvieras allí, pero respetaré tus ganas de estar tranquilo.
Sometime alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that.
Ok, bien interesante.
Have a laugh.
Bueno, ya, chinga tu madre, güey. Vale. Es hora de la acción. Vamos a dormir. A la verga, a ver. 77, 71, ¿no? 81, ahí está.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
Corazón sombrío.
Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
La puta carilla, güey. Sí, tenemos la escena con Shadow.
Come here. Sit with me.
Vamos a chupar, Shadow. Vale, ahora, para no cagarla, tengo aquí... ¿Cuáles son los diálogos correctos? ¿Dónde pija lo dejé, men? A ver, espera. Diálogos. Aquí está, güey. Vale. Esta puta mierda, ¿no? Puta madre. Ajá. Ok, no, honestamente no dicen mucha cosa, güey. Es que yo lo había guardado. Vale, vamos a hacer el F5 y si no sale, a tomar por culo, men. No me lo perdería por nada del mundo.
So eager. I'm surprised it took you this long. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
Por ti y por mí.
Bold. What does us entail? I suppose I'll find out. To us. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins or anything like that. Something about you.
Vale, persuasión. Tú primero. Podemos hacer otras cosas además de hablar. Compartir un pequeño recuerdo de tu infancia en Baldurs.
Seems like you truly know the city. I never got to explore it to my liking. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting.
Persuasión te toca. Está muy bien de dar, además de recibir. Ok. Por favor, no vayas a cagarla. Un 2. Un 2. ¡Ah, qué bueno! Un decente 20, papá.
Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now.
Te equivocas. Te gustan las orquídeas, dama de noche, y no sabes nada. Me lo contaste una vez.
I did. And you remembered. You're sweet. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us.
Están ahí chupando en modo extremo.
Nearly light. The others will be awake soon.
Mirarle a los ojos.
What?
¡Ay, papá!
I know. But you're sweet to notice. Thank you for last night.
Espero que haya más.
Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
¡Vámonos, puto! La mano, la mano, la mano.
That didn't hurt, did it?
No, para nada.
Good to know. For the future. Let's head back. If we must.
Okay.
I trust you enjoyed your evening.
Sí, efectivamente.
After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however
Nice.
I could.
Ya tenemos a Halsing.
I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous. Though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
I suppose it was too much to hope we were going to be cured here and now. To Moonrise, then.
Vale, ¿qué tiene de peligroso?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
¿Cómo aguantan las fuerzas del absoluto en un lugar como este?
So it seems, though I don't know how. You will have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song.
Ahí está esa madre.
But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
He encontrado la entrada oculta en el templo de Selûne. El camino está despejado.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
¿Y qué hay de la arboleda?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
¿Quién vergas es esa?
Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the grove in my absence.
Ok, ¿y eso no provocará rencores?
Resentment will spring up like mushrooms no matter what I do. You cannot please everyone, and you'd be a fool to try. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, the Githyanki Kresh remains our priority.
Ok. No me jodas que Will sigue aquí chupando, güey. Mira, Will, güey. El pelotudo sigue chupando aquí, güey. Pero, Will, la fiesta ya acabó.
Well met.
Como que se bugueó Will aquí, man.
Tell me, what can I do for you?
Ok. A ver, Halsing.
Oakfather's blessings to you.
A ver, tengo que preguntar, ¿cómo es que sabes tanto sobre el parásito?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Ok. Y esa maldición de las sombras de la que hablas, a ver, no puede ser tan mala.
It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better.
Ok, y esa fortaleza secreta del Underdark, seguro que sabes más algo al respecto.
Precious little, but I'm quite certain it can still be found.
¿Por qué quieres ir a las torres de Alsaluna?
Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection.
Ok, me da la impresión de que te sientes responsable por esa maldición de las sombras.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Bueno, eso es bastante bueno. ¿Sabes cómo detener la maldición de las sombras?
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Ok. Por eso fuiste con Aradin. Creías que podría encontrar esa ruta al Saluna.
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
Ok, ¿te estás adaptando bien al campamento?
Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand.
Dice, pronto tendrás todos los libros que quieras, no dejo de encontrármelos por todas partes.
Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful.
Marcharte. Ok. Vamos a hablar con Shadowhearth. Hello, Shadowhearth.
All's well, I hope.
Por supuesto, a menos que estés preocupada por algo.
No.
I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together. When we talked and kissed.
Significó mucho para mí.
I hope so too. Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship will be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well.
Ok, mostraba cierta intriga cuando Halsin mencionó los verdugos oscuros antes.
Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a dark justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a dark justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Gracias por compartirlo. ¿Crees que se dará alguna vez y te nombrará Verdugo Oscura?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
Ok. No entiendo. ¿Por qué guardar en secreto una ambición de ese tipo?
Dark justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
Ok. Gracias por compartirlo. A ver.
Very serious of you. But go ahead.
¿Cómo estás?
Always good when I'm with you.
Ay, papaya.
Fine. What's on your mind?
¿Qué opinas de lo que pasó en la arboleda de los druidas?
I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
¿Cómo crees que le estoy haciendo respecto a tus expectativas?
Quite splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared some good times together, and it seems we have plenty in common.
Cambiar de tema. Marcharnos. Cojonudo, mi hermano. Bueno, vamos a hablar con Carlach a ver si no nos pega un vergazo.
Oh, hi.
No vamos a tocar el tema. Porque ya no nos habla con tanta animosidad.
Need something?
No, a tomar por culo. Bien. Pues vamos a irnos. Bien, estamos aquí. Vamos a cambiarle el tinte al vestidito. Le vamos a poner un púrpura. A ver qué tal se ve el moradito. Bien. ¿Vale? Para el siguiente video. Bueno, gente, aquí nos vamos a quedar. No, de hecho no. Nos vamos a ir al Underdark. ¿Vale? Viaja a través del Underdark. y donde murió este minotauro, aquí nos vamos a quedar, negro. Y ya para el día de mañana vamos a explorar la primera parte del Underdark, que más o menos tengo una idea de por dónde ir. Y pues bueno, no queda más que agradecerles por pasarse a ver el video. No se olviden de dejar su like y suscribirse, que con eso me apoyan muchísimo. Y pues nos vemos en el próximo video, que va a ser para el día de mañana. Así que gente, cuídense mucho, nos vemos en la próxima. Se despide el abuelo. Chao.